In this lesson, we are going to work on the derivative of exponential and logarithmic functions. By using a table of values, we can see limit of e to the power of h minus 1 over h as h approaches 0 is 1. We know derivative of a function f of x is limit of f of x plus h minus f of x over h as h approaches 0. Therefore, derivative of f of x equals e to the power of x is limit of e to the power of x plus h minus e to the power of x over h as h approaches 0. If we factor e to the power of x on the numerator of this fraction, the limit would be the same as limit of e to the power of x times e to the power of h minus 1 over h as h approaches 0. Since our variable here is h, e to the power of x is considered a constant. This means the derivative is e to the power of x, limit of e to the power of h minus 1 over h as h approaches 0. This limit is 1. That means derivative of e to the power of x is itself. If we use the first principle for f of x equals line of x, we see the derivative of line of x is 1 over x. To show this, we say f prime of x is limit of line of x plus h minus line of x over h as h approaches 0. Line of a minus line of b is line of a over b. Therefore, line of x plus h minus line of x is line of x plus h over x, which is the same as 1 over h, 1 plus h over x. By using n line of a equals line of a to the power of n, we can write this limit as 1 over x, limit of line of 1 plus h over x to the power of x over h as h approaches 0. When f of x is positive, limit of line of f of x and line of limit of f of x are the same. One of the properties of the limits that we use line of limit of f of x as x approaches a. Limit of 1 plus h over x to the power of x over h as h approaches 0 is e. Limit of 1 plus t to the power of 1 over t approaches 0 is e. Therefore, the derivative is 1 over x line of e, which is 1 over x. We proved derivative of e to the power of x is itself. Derivative of line of x is 1 over x. By chain rule, derivative of e to the power of f of x is e to the power of f of x times derivative of f of x, which is f prime of x e to the power of f of x. And derivative of line of f of x is 1 over f of x times f prime of x, which is f prime of x over f of x. Let's use change of base formula and find the derivative of a to the power of x and log of x base a. We know a to the power of x is e to the power of x line of a. A to the power of log of b base a is b. Therefore, e to the power of line of a to the power of x is a to the power of x. Derivative of e to the power of f of x is f prime of x e to the power of f of x. F of x here is x line of a. It's a linear function, therefore the derivative would be line of a e to the power of x line of a. Again, e to the power of x line of a is a to the power of x, therefore the derivative of function a to the power of x is a to the power of x line of a. By chain rule, derivative of a to the power of f of x is a to the power of f of x, f prime of x, line of a. Since log of x base a is the same as line of x divided by line of a, derivative of line of x over line of a is 1 over line of a times derivative of line of x, 1 over x. This means derivative of log of x base a is 1 over x line of a. And if we apply chain rule to this formula, then derivative of log of f of x base a is f prime of x over f of x line of a. And these are the formulas that we need to work with in this section. Let's find the derivative of a couple of functions. X e to the power of x, y equals x e to the power of x. Its product rule, derivative of product of two functions is derivative of fg is f prime g plus g prime f. Therefore, derivative of this function is 1 times ex plus derivative of ex itself times x. This can be simplified as 1 plus x e to the power of x. Let's find derivative of line of 9x2 plus x plus 1. We saw derivative of line of f is f prime over f. 1 over f times f prime, chain rule. Therefore, derivative of this function is 18x plus 1 over 9x2 plus x plus 1. Let's find derivative of 2 to the power of x plus 3 to the power of x2. Derivative of a to the power of f is f prime a to the power of f line of a. Therefore, derivative of this function is 2 to the power of x line of 2 plus f in this case is x2, 2x times 3 to the power of x2 line of 3. Let's write the equation of the tangent line to the graph of y equals log of x when x is 1. When x is 1, y is 0, log of 1 base 10 is 0. Derivative of log of x is 1 over x line of 10. We use log of x base a equals 1 over x line of a. When x is 1, slope is 1 over line of 10. Therefore, y equals 1 over line of 10 times x minus 1 is the equation of the tangent line. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Thanks for watching.